Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kelly. So good to see you here tonight. Thanks so much for joining. Remember to like the video, share my videos. I've been routinely doing Facebook Live on Wednesday nights for a couple of years actually. And now since we're ending 2018, I'm actually going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to do something a little bit different going into the new year. And I think I'm going to try to just do smaller videos with tidbits of information for you instead of always doing a longer session, a 30-minute session on Wednesday nights. So just letting you know that that's going to get changed up a little bit. And if you want to make sure that you always get to see my lives, click on Dr. Kelly's Discovery Health. Make sure that you follow me and then click also to get notified when I do lives. So, of course, on Facebook, you can go to my page at any time and you can see all the live videos that I've done. All you have to do is click on the videos. But if you want to catch it when I'm actually doing it live, make sure that you follow me and that you follow it to get a notification for those live videos. So, it's winter. And what happens in winter? People get sad. Some people get depressed because the weather changes, because it's dark out. But so many of you get sick, right? And so many of you have gotten the flu shot and you're probably still going to get sick. I want to tell you how to get the most powerful immune system ever, instead of just giving you natural remedies to help combat a cold. So we've done some sessions like that before. I've given you tips on vitamin C and zinc and echinacea and silver, and all those things are great. But what if you got so healthy you never got sick and you never had to worry about having an illness or a disease or a bunch of inflammation in your body, getting heart disease or diabetes or cancer? If you started to work on your health, you could get that healthy, and your immune system plays a huge role in it. So it's winter season, it's sick season, and so many of you have either chosen to get a flu shot or have been forced to get a flu shot by your employer. And I want to tell you what you really should be doing to get the strongest immune system possible. If you want to know more things like this about becoming the healthiest person possible, hey Dave, you need to sign up for my Healthy You course. I'm going to be promoting it a lot. It starts in January 7th on Monday nights, and I want you to be there. And so, so watch for more details. Go to the page, listen to the video, get signed up for the Healthy You course, because tonight is just a piece of the information that you need to know to be the healthiest possible, to never get sick again. And that's possible. Stop waiting to get sick. Stop waiting for cancer. And don't use that lame excuse of, well, I'm going to get something, and you just wait till you get some devastating disease and then you regret it for the rest of your life because it's going to impact you and your family, all of your loved ones and your friends. So don't do that. Be smarter than that, okay? So let's think about the immune system. How many of you even know really what the immune system is? Your immune system protects you, right? So there's lots of different ways that your body protects you. First line of defense of getting any pathogens, any bacteria, parasites, fungus inside your body, in your blood that would kill you, is your skin, right? Solid membrane here. It doesn't let the outside world in. It protects you. And so the key thing to know is when you get a bad cut and when it gets really swollen and it gets really pussy, is your immune system doing what it's supposed to do, or do you need to run to the doctor and get an antibiotic? Now, I want you to think about that. Imagine a great big cut on your finger or a great big cut on your arm, or even twisting your ankle really bad. What happens? It gets swollen, right? It gets big, it gets red, it gets hot, it gets pussy. Maybe you get a scab. It gets, if it's twisted ankle, it gets so tight you can barely use it and there's pain. What does all that mean? Does that mean you need to go to your primary care doctor and get a medication? Or is your body doing what it's supposed to do? I really want you to think about that, because once you start thinking about things instead of just reacting, you're going to discover that your body has everything it needs to heal itself if you let it. Now, if you eat tons of sugar, lots of alcohol, you're really overweight, you don't sleep well, you don't exercise, you're not healthy, and your body's going to have a harder time healing, but it was made to heal. Okay, so let's learn the things that you need to know to help your body do what it's supposed to do. So keep that visual in mind, and we're going to come back to it at the end. But so skin protects the outside world from coming in, right? Now, think about every opening, orifice, your mouth, your nose, your ears, your eyes. Those are all open categories for bugs, parasites, bacteria, other pathogens, things that could make you deathly ill to get in. But guess what? Your body is so smart. You were made so well. Think about your nose. Think about all the hairs that you've got in your nose. And maybe as you get older, those hairs are growing a little bit crazy. But why are those hairs there, people? It helps protect you. So when you go outside and you breathe in some nice, fresh, crisp air in through your nose, and that feels so good and it's refreshing, and you should do this multiple times a day. Now, if you work in a factory, or if you were working in the dirt or in the garden, or it's really sandy out, you get a lot of gunk up your nose, don't you? And what catches it? But all those hairs. So at the end of the day, you blow your nose and you're like, oh my God, what was up in there? But your body just saved you from getting sick because it trapped bad stuff in those hairs in your nose. Same thing with your ears. You get wax in your ears, you have hairs in your ears, you have the tympanic membrane as well. All of those things protect you from the outside world getting in and getting in your bloodstream and making you very sick. Your eyes have protections too. I mean, think about it. What do? Something comes at your eye, you blink. There's liquid in your eye. If a bug gets in your eye, that liquid actually kills the bug. Hi, Penny. And so you also, if something's going to come and damage your eye, you've got these nice bones around your eye. That's a protection. Your eyelashes are a protection. The fluid is a protection, so that if something gets in your eye, that fluid can actually kill whatever it was that got in your eye. You can, manipulate it a little bit. It'll go to one of the corners and you can get that bug out of your eye, and it won't make you sick and give you a great big infection, right? So it's pretty cool how the body works and how we were made naturally to protect ourselves. Let's think about your mouth. Okay, so your nose has hairs, your ears have hairs, but your mouth doesn't have hairs to trap anything, right? So we literally open up and put the outside world in, right? We chew it up, and so that's a little bit of a protection. But then your food or whatever you drink goes down your esophagus, and what does it hit next? It goes into your stomach. And now, does your stomach do anything to protect you? Of course it does. It protects you because it's full of acid. Except, tell me, how many of you who are listening to me right now, raise your hand, write a comment, or, smiley face, frowny face, whatever you want to do. How many of you are on antacids? Because you get heartburn, because you have acid reflux, right? I don't take that stuff. You need acid. The acid is just like the hairs or the mucus in your eyes to protect you. That acid in your stomach is aligned like a steel drum to tolerate an acid level of 1 to 2. And guess what? Bugs, pathogens, parasites, yeast, fungus, microbes, bacteria die when they get in your stomach and you have good acid. Hydrochloric acid is supposed to be in your stomach. It protects you from those pathogens. I heard something interesting which really made me sick, about food poisoning, salmonella poisoning. Think about this romaine issue. Oh my God, so many people got sick. But if you have robust acid in your stomach, It should kill that salmonella. You should never get food poisoning if your stomach acid is strong. I heard somebody else say that, and I really had to think about that and how right that is. Your stomach protects you. So if you're taking an antacid, you've decreased the acid in your stomach and you're causing yourself a high amount of risk for getting sick. So when you want to actually get healthy, that's absolutely one thing that we have to work on. And for all of you who have worked with me, you know we always work on the gut because where is 80% of your immune system? In the tissues, but in your gut. So you have to have a strong stomach with lots of acid in there. And if you are still getting heartburn, it's not an acid problem. Yeah, baking soda, same thing, Bethel. You have the acid reflux is a problem with the sphincter at the top of the stomach, that the acid is leaking back up into the esophagus where it's not supposed to be. So things like taking magnesium is very relaxing. And if that sphincter, when that muscle gets relaxed, it stays closed and you'll have less reflux. And we need to make sure the movement from stomach to small intestines to large intestines to toilet is going really good and in the right direction. Otherwise, things will go back up. So baking soda is no different, people, than taking an antacid because it does lower the acid level itself. So if you're having bad symptoms, take what you need to help that symptom, but you better start working on the real problem, okay, so that you don't have to stay on that. And then you have to replace that hydrochloric acid. Okay, so here's the connection to the immune system, because we know 80% of your immune system is in your gut. And when your stomach has good acid, you're not getting sick. And that acid is also starting to break down your foods. And then your liver and your gallbladder are ejecting the bile. And that content can go into the small intestines and you continue to absorb all that good nutrition that you just ate because you're trying to be healthy and you changed your diet. But if you don't have good acid, you're not digesting it, so you're not absorbing it, and you're not getting any healthier because it's not going into the bloodstream. So when you've got good acid, you're eating really good, you're breaking it down, your body is now absorbing that nutrition, and hey, it's in the bloodstream. Fantastic. So what else is in the bloodstream that's key for your immune system? Well, your white blood cells are super, super important as a protection mechanism for your immune system, right? And white blood cells are categorized into several different categories: neutrophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, basophils, eosinophils. All of those are different types of white cells. And actually, when you do have a cold and you blow your nose and it's all this gunk, and maybe it's green and maybe it's brown and maybe it's yellow, you know what that is? White blood cells. They went to save the day and they sacrificed themselves, and now you're blowing it out because they were doing their job. When you get that bad cut and it's so swollen and there's a whole bunch of pus there, is pus bad? Does it mean it's infected? No, they're white blood cells that went to the scene of the crime and started to mop up all of the bad stuff so you don't get an infection. Your body is doing its job. And so, you know, I just rechecked some labs on a woman who's been fighting parasites, and we could never catch those darn little parasites on a stool test, but she would see them sometimes. And we knew she had parasites, and in her blood work, we saw her eosinophils were really, really, really elevated. That said, yep, you've got parasites, because eosinophils targeted the parasites. So we just rechecked her, and her eosinophils were finally back down to normal, which is fantastic. But just an example of how her body was tuned in. There's something wrong going on here, and it was trying to fight it. And then we helped it to get rid of those parasites. Okay, so your white blood cells are going throughout your bloodstream, right? And so whenever they're your scavengers, they're your detectors to say, ooh, bad guys over here. Ooh, bad guys over there. Oh, something snuck through the nose. We got to go there. We got to attack that. We've got to beat that up, right? It protects you. But now I want to take you back to that example of a really, really bad cut on a finger that gets pussy. It's swollen, it's red, it's hot. And then, as my one friend always likes to say when she sends me messages and say, I'm thinking about going to the doctor. I'm going to go to my nurse practitioner. And, I don't really know if I want to do that, but what do you think about this? And she always says, after I explain a few things, she's like, yep, thanks for talking me off the ledge. It makes sense now. I don't need to go run into the doctor for this. I don't need to go run into the doctor for that. If you go run into the doctor for that swollen finger, it's red, it's warm, it's pussy, what's going to happen? What are they going to do for you? What's the first thing, their best tool that you absolutely don't need? Antibiotics. Yet, what did I just tell you about the white blood cells? If you think about things simply, your body doesn't have to be so complicated, so hard. Your body was responding normally. Sometimes does it need a little bit of help? And I'm going to give you that key, the answer to my first question that was in the written. I said, is heat or ice better? And I'm going to tell you how you can improve your immune system with a couple of different steps, including heat or ice. But that swollen finger is swollen because the body rushed lots of fluid to it and lots of white blood cells. And so they're going to town. They're going to work. Yeah, it's swollen. Yeah, you can't move your finger. Or same thought process. You twisted your ankle and you sprained your ankle and it's so swollen, right? Do you put heat on it or do you put ice on it? What should you do? How do you help the body when it got swollen for a reason? Because your body needs more fluid there. It needs more blood there. It needs more oxygen there, and it needs more white blood cells there to fight infection. Okay? So let's think about what things can boost your white blood cells or what things damage your white blood cells. Okay? Now, eating a lot of sugar, that refined sugar, cane sugar, that's been bleached and chemicalized and is in everything, high fructose corn syrup. If you are eating out of a box and you are getting a ton of sugar, you're depleting your white blood cells. In fact, you're killing some of your white blood cells every time you splurge on sugar like that. Okay? So avoid it. Caffeine inhibits proper production of your white blood cells, and actually wheat also stimulates an overproduction actually of eosinophils, which can be just as damaging because you don't need all of them. The eosinophils are really only 2% of that whole lymphatic white blood cell content. So the genetically modified wheat that people are eating all the time also damages your immune system. Imagine that. So what are the things that you should be doing to get your immune system stronger, to help make robust white blood count and to make more of it? You need to get more oxygen in your body. Deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. You need to get outside. Stop locking yourself in the house all winter long. Crack open a window. I don't like to do that, but a lot of people recommend to do that, especially when you're sleeping at night. Think about all the gross stuff that can start to grow in your filters. The dust, the mold, the dander, and then you're sucking it in all night long because the heater's going all night. But walking outside, getting a deep breath of the brisk air, standing outside, getting some nice deep breaths, pure, fresh oxygen your body absolutely needs. Okay, so get outside. Even though it's winter, you got to take some nice fresh air. Sunshine, people. We talk about sunshine and vitamin D and how important it is. Super, super, super important. Whenever the sun's out, even in the winter, get outside for a little bit. Put your body in the sunshine. Oh, the other day, the sun was shining really, really well on the west side of the house, and my son's bedroom is over there. I walked into his bedroom like, wow, his room is hot. The sun was beating down right on his bed. You want to know what I did? I sat down on the edge of his bed and I laid back and I sat in the sun for a good 10 minutes, and it felt great. My thought was I should bring up a lawn chair in his bedroom and sit in here every day that it's sunny outside, and then I should crack open the window and let that sun come in and heat me up, make me feel bright and warm, get some brisk air circulating around me. Oh my gosh, would that be amazing? And boost my immune system. Make me stronger so that I don't get sick all winter long. Third thing, you gotta sleep. And you've got to be sleeping between that 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. window. That's the time when the magic happens. That's when your body is healing and repairing itself. You've got to be sleeping soundly during that time frame, people. Stop saying, I'm a night owl, I want to stay up till midnight. You're eventually going to get sick. Your body needs time to repair. And I can't tell you why it's this window, but the 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. are the hours of power. That's when the magic happens, and you need to be sleeping at those times to boost your immune system. You got to start exercising. Intermittent, high intensity exercise will be the best. Rebounding, doing a little bit of bouncing so that you're really boosting that circulation, that you're getting the muscles moving, you're getting the lymphatic system moving, you're getting your blood circulating, and you're going to improve your immune system. These are easy things, people, super easy, and not one of them has cost you any money to do it, but it's going to have a dramatic effect on your immune system. Let's see, what else? Eating good, of course. Lots of vegetables, good fruits, minimal meat. Make sure you're getting enough protein. Get a lot of good fats. Okay, those fats are fuel for your body. They totally are fuel for your body. And water. Water, 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 water. You have to be drinking enough water, at least 2 liters a day. Make sure that your urine is nice and clear, and put sea salt in your water every day. Sea salt can help your adrenal gland heal. Sea salt does not impact your blood pressure. So it's that over-the-counter table salt that does make people sick because it's been bleached and chemicalized. There's formaldehyde in there, and it's only sodium and chloride. But your sea salt are all the different minerals out of the ocean and out of the Himalayan mountains, or get pink Himalayan sea salt or Celtic salt. Start using sea salt and your body will start to heal itself. That sea salt, all of those minerals are used in chemical processes, and it helps your body to work normally throughout the day. So things that hurt your immune system: sugar, 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 wheat, and a lot of caffeine. But sunshine, fresh air, exercise, sleeping well between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m., exercise, a good diet, and water. All things to boost your immune system. And let's go back to our example one last time. Think about that swollen finger that you wanted to run into the doctor for and get your antibiotic. That antibiotic ultimately hurts you. This finger doesn't need it at this point. That antibiotic destroyed all the good bacteria in your gut. And if you would just help your body get blood flow to and take the bad stuff away, and blood flow to that finger where it's been damaged, and then take the bad stuff away, it will heal itself. Think about that swollen black and blue ankle. It's so swollen because all the blood rushed to that area. Now it's been flooded. What do you need to do? You need to help the body take all of the damaged cells away, get them back out of the circulation so new fresh blood with nutrients and oxygen and more white blood cells can come to the injured area in your ankle. So what's right? Heat or cold? They both are. Heat it to dilate it and to get all of the blood flowing to it, and then put cold, because now the cold is going to make it close up. It's going to shunt away the blood, and the body can get rid of it through that drainage system, your lymphatic system. And then use heat again, and new blood flow is coming. New blood flow brings more oxygen, more nutrition, and more white blood cells to heal the area, boosting your immune system, helping you to be stronger. Same thing with a cut or an injury. Hot and cold, hot and cold. Flood it with good materials, take away the bad. Flood it with good stuff, take away the bad. Now, you don't have a twisted ankle, you don't have a cut. Can heat and cold improve your immune system? It sure can. Think about the shower you take every day. Do you take a hot shower or a cold shower? Well, most of us take hot showers, right? But I'm going to tell you, we need to take a hot shower, and at the end of the shower, get a little cold, okay? So 10-minute hot shower, 10-second cold at the end. Whoo! Oh, that is chilly, right? But you're stimulating your immune system. I exercise, and so on the treadmill, or today I use the elliptical. Every time I'm getting heated up, I'm working on my circulation, I'm working on my drainage system, I've got everything pumping and flowing, and then I walk outside. And, it's cold outside. Whoa, I do a little bit of stretching. I take in some nice cold air, absolutely, Celeste. And so I'm boosting my immune system. And so that cold stimulates the body. The heat and all of that exercise was stimulating the body, getting everything going. And then the cold also stimulates the body at first, okay? And it also helps more blood flow to your bones and to the bone marrow. And then more white blood cells are made and created. But you don't have to stand out in the cold for a long period of time. Okay, so those crazy people who do polar bears in the water, like at New Year's, great. It's great for their immune system. And people who are really super healthy throughout the winter and they live in a cold environment, they get hot, they jump outside for a brief moment, and then they come back inside and they level out. Okay, so don't stay out in the cold for a long period of time. That example with a finger, 3 minutes of heat to like 10 seconds of, is it 10 seconds? 3 minutes of heat, 30 seconds of cold. 3 minutes of heat, 30 seconds of cold. For your shower, 10 minutes of a hot shower, end it with 10 seconds of a cold shower. Or run outside after your hot shower. Very stimulating, gonna wake you up a ton. Just don't do that if you shower right before bed, because now you've just stimulated yourself and you're not gonna be able to fall asleep. After exercise, run outside, get outside, start to cool down. Don't stay outside after you've been all sweaty. You're gonna get chilled, but get hot, go outside for a short period of time, get stimulated, and come back inside. That is the best way to improve your immune system and never get sick again. Avoid all illness. You'll avoid cancer, all those good things. Okay? So take those tips, run with it, get healthier, people. That's what I'm here to do, to help you get healthier. Now, sign up for my Healthy You course. It's 6 weeks of this content, that I give verbally. I'll answer all of your questions. We'll be interactive. It's going to have written materials. It's going to have worksheets. It's going to be really robust and give you everything you need to completely change your health and be healthy, to reverse disease or prevent disease from happening. Okay. I'm going to look back at some of the comments that I missed. Rhonda asks, what if you just had your gallbladder removed? It's terrible that you just had your gallbladder removed, Rhonda. We need our gallbladders. They serve a purpose. And actually, gallbladder surgery is one of the top performed surgeries across the United States. And the majority of the time, it's not needed. It's really not needed. The liver needs to be cleaned up, and when you clean up the liver, you'll also clean up your gallbladder, and cleaning up your digestion and having enough acid and working on all those things can prevent a gallbladder problem. So you probably do need digestive enzymes. And you know what? Stones can be broken down, or all these things that I'm talking about to be healthy can prevent you from getting stones that clog up your liver and your gallbladder. And you also need to make sure, Rhonda, that you get your cholesterol checked, because it's a cholesterol problem and it's a liver problem that you made those stones in the first place. And Dave, you need to do some work, because everyone's body can fight infection. You may have gotten septic, but it's because of the surgeries and the antibiotics and whatever else, your body's been exposed to, and it's never been rebuilt. So your body can do it. It just hasn't been given the right ingredients yet. And those are the simple things you need to start to work on to build yourself up. You got to start with where you're at, but it can be better. You can be better and you can be stronger. So now you just need to take some of these tips and start doing them and get your body better. So you don't say every time that I can't do this or I can't do that. You say, I'm working on this and this is getting better and I'm getting stronger and I'm getting more energy and now I'm sleeping better, and all things start to change when you start to work on your health. Sorry, Julie. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that question, but I beat you to it, right? And Celeste had asked, does the hot and cold method work for a broken bone too? Absolutely. The whole point of that hot and cold are getting the right ingredients to the area of injury. And then the reason it gets so swollen and red and pussy is because the body's doing its job. But help it clean it up. Don't let it all stay there. Help your circulation and your lymphatic system pull it away and get new stuff there, and it will turn it around dramatically. So on a broken bone, you need to be stimulating your immune system with that heat and cold to get the bone regenerating and making more white blood cells to help you out, to keep the swelling down so it's not too extensive, so those tissues can heal, yet letting the body flood that broken bone area so it can heal it with oxygen, good nutrition, and the white blood cells and all the other components in your blood. Thanks, Jody. And Mary Kay says they go outside after being in their sauna. Best in the winter. Awesome job. Way to go. So thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. If you have any other things you want me to talk about, you got to just let me know. Please remember to follow me. Please remember to share and check out my website. Go to the Healthy You program. You don't want to miss it if you're not in tip-top shape. And share it with somebody who you think needs to get healthier too. So have a good rest of your night, and I will talk to you guys again real soon.